Good morning, everyone. This is Sosa with Truth Over Lies Daily. Once again, hopefully everyone's having a great morning, getting ready for the weekend. It's Friday. Um, this question is going to be real quick. Uh, so basically, this comes from the whole new idea that sex creates a marriage. And so that false doctrine is kind of going around. So somebody had a question about it. It says, "What is the scriptural meaning of marriage?" And what constitutes a union slash covenant? Answer, of course, sex does not create a covenant. Sex outside of marriage is fornication. What actually creates a union is a covenant. Covenant a marriage is about covenant. Um, the words covenant comes through the words of your mouth. So as a man made in the image of God, as a human being made in the image of our Creator, He created this world with His mouth, right? He spoke it and it was, right? And so we're made in His image. We have spirits. We're not just bodies, we have spirits. And so we speak through our spirit. And those words are very important, So sex does not start a marriage, it's covenants. The words of your mouth is what starts a marriage. And God is a witness to the words of our mouth because we are made in His image. We are in the image of God. And so that's pretty much why um, comes from a covenant, not just from sex, because sex outside of marriage is fornication. The Most High, God, our Creator, He's a witness between the words that come. He's a witness between us and the wife of our youth. He's a witness between us and the words that come out of our mouth. And that's why even Jesus said in the New Testament, by your words will you be justified, and by your words will you be condemned. A couple scriptures. Genesis 2:23. Adam said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh is my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man." So Adam said it with his mouth, and that's when the marriage began. It wasn't with sex; it was with his covenant with his mouth. Malachi 2:14, it says, "The Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet she is thy companion and the wife of thy covenant." So the Lord was witness between the man and his wife. He was witness to the covenant. And he was witness to the fact that even though you had a covenant companion, that you were acting treacherously against her. That's what he was saying. Numbers 30, verse 2, if a man vow a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do all according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth. Now, the new covenant talks about we shouldn't swear at all. We shouldn't, you know, um, swear, and we shouldn't vow vows and bonds and things like that. But it's not talking about the marriage covenant, right? The marriage covenant is still a creation covenant. So we should still honor the words of our mouth when it comes to marriage, but we shouldn't be just swearing all types of things and, making all types of vows and oaths and joining secret societies and pledging allegiance to flags and all that stuff. Um, so we still have to honor our marriages even in the new covenant. Proverbs 6:2, it says, "Thou art snared with the words of thy mouth, thou art taken with the words of thy mouth." And that lets us know that since we are made in the image of God, our words are very important. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, and those that love it shall eat of the fruit thereof. So our words are very important, and the words of our mouth is what creates a covenant. It's not necessarily just sex because sex is something physical, it's spiritual, but our words is what really lead us. So hopefully that answers the question about the scriptural meaning of marriage. It's a covenant promise. We're made in the image of God and we're expected to keep our words. So God bless. Go to soulspression.com and subscribe. Check out past questions. Go to YouTube, search New City Assembly, and subscribe to that as well. Look at past questions as well. God bless. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon.